welcome back to the channel. My name is Bolaji James and this is on Kubi Media Network. In this particular video and the few videos after this, I will be taking you through website design, also known as website development. In this video, I will start from the beginning, from the basic. I will take you by the hand and explain what a web is all about, what website design is all about, what is a website, what do you need to build a website. As you know that in this 21st century, basically, there is no way you want to do anything now that you will not be online. If you are running a business in this 21st century and your business is not online, it simply means you've not yet started. So, whether you are building a website for yourself, that is, you just want to get your own personal business online, or you want to make this as a professional skill so that you can be making money for yourself, because this is a highly sought after skill in this 21st century. Everybody wants to be online one way or the other, either to put their business online, or they want to interact with their audience. As a blogger, you want to meet audience, you want to grow a community of people. Whatever the case may be, whatever you may want to do online, it is all starting with web design, having online presence, having a website. So in this video, I'll be going through all of that. Please make sure, if you have not subscribed to this channel, as I'm saying it now, go over to the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you can follow through all the videos as I release them from time to time. And if you give a like to this video, it's much more welcome. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get into the first video. In this first video, I'll be taking the basics. I'll be defining what web design is all about. What is a website? What do you need in order to get a website online? What are the skills? Are the different ways? Do you need to learn coding? Of course not. Basically, in this particular course, I'm going to teach you how you can build a website with what we call WordPress. WordPress is what we are going to be using in this series, so don't even bother, don't crack your brain. This is coding, whatever. You are not going to code, you are not going to write any single line of code. Just make sure you follow through all the procedures, all the processes. Anywhere you don't understand, please, as you follow the video, if there's anything you don't understand, pause the video, rewind the video back, play it again, practice along, and I tell you, in no time you will become a professional website designer. Also, if you have any question, don't hesitate to drop the question in the comment box below. I will also be giving you my social media handles in the comments, in the description of this video. I'll be dropping my social media handle where you can reach me and talk to me. Don't say because I'm not charging. This is just something I just feel I can do for you here free of charge. So feel free to get to me at any time, call me, ask me questions, and I will get back to you. Without wasting more time, let's get into the first video. Okay, so what is website design or website development? Website design simply means the process of creating websites, and that leads us to another question. When we say website design is the process of creating websites, putting together elements that makes up a website, you will ask yourself, what is a website? If you are familiar with that, good. But for those who are not familiar with what a website is, now let's take it this way. When you write anything on a piece of paper, maybe you write about yourself, my name is so, I'm from this and from that. That is a page of documents. When this particular page of write-up is typed on a computer and is made available on the internet such that anybody around the world can see it, it becomes a web page. We call that a web page. Now, when you have more than one page, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages talking about the same thing, or talking about a particular the same objective, maybe you have 2, 3, 4, 5 pages talking about a particular company, a business, a church, an NGO, or whatever, that becomes a website. So a website is defined as series of interrelated pages that is available on the internet for the public to see. Once something is available on the internet and it contains 2, 3, 4 pages that the world can go there, anybody around the world can go there and visit through the internet, it is referred to as a website. So the process of creating this website is what we call web design. Okay, that is clear. All right, now, in order for you to get a website in place, put an information online for people to see and make it look beautiful, what do you need? How do you go about it? You will discover. Let me use this analogy. As a teacher, I always like to use analogy of things that are around us that we can all understand. In Nigeria or in anywhere you are around the world, we know that for you to lay claim to a place on this planet Earth and say, this is my place, this is my house, this is my place, definitely you will need to buy a land. You must have a piece of land. It is that piece of land now that that piece of land will now have an address, and that is what you give to people and say, okay, you can visit me in my house at number so street. So now, in the area of website design, what we call that is referred to hosting and domain. Domain, or also known as domain name, is the name that you want to be bearing on the internet. If anybody goes to so number so street, what will they meet there? They will meet you in your house. So the address that can be given online for people to reach you with, to go there and see all information about you or maybe about your business, is what we call a domain name. For example, www.facebook.com, www.yourname.com, or any other thing. That is a domain name. And where will it be hosted? There are some computers we call server. We said information that will be available for people to see on the internet. That is website, is that not? Now, for your information to always be online, if you just save an information on your computer, it is not possible for the world to see it. So there are some computers we refer to as servers. We call them servers. They are always online. They are always available. They don't go down. Anytime such system is having issue, that is when you see maybe a particular website, you go there, you try to do something and it's not available. Do you understand now? So there are people who buy computers and make them servers. This kind of computer that must not go off must be maintained. So there are companies that will buy servers and keep and be maintaining, making sure that it does not go off. These are what we call hosting companies. Hosting company. So you must have a domain, that's a domain name, and you must host your domain on a hosting company. That is, those your files that you want people to be seeing on the internet anytime they go there, as long as they have internet connectivity. That file must be saved on a particular computer of somebody, because you don't have the power. Or can you put your computers online? connected to the internet and is always on standby 24/7 throughout a year? Definitely no. So there are companies that do this as a business. So those are the people you need to go to, and you buy your hosting and also purchase domain name. They sell the two. It's not compulsory you buy from one person, but the best thing is that buy your domain and hosting from the same place, so that you are buying the name, and then you are saving all the files with them because you trust them. And there are so many things that you must look at when you want to buy domain name and hosting. So what are those things? Speed. You discover that so many times when you go online, you click a link from somewhere, you wanted to see what is there, but by the time the website is delaying, it's not coming up quickly. I want to believe sometimes you just back. Maybe you're on Facebook, you click a link, and then you know it's taking time. You just click the back button and go back to your Facebook and continue. Except it's a very, very important website, so you need to consider speed. Another thing is uptime. Like we said, servers must not go off, but there are some companies that their servers still go up. That goes out of power, or sometimes they are not online. And once that happens, your website will not be available. So anybody that wants to visit your website at that time cannot reach through. So you need to consider all of this when buying domain name and hosting. Before I end this particular video, because in the next video, that is when I'll be discussing how to buy domain name and hosting, where to buy the one I'm recommending. There are so many places. In fact, there are international hosting companies, but they are a bit expensive, and there are Nigerian hosting companies, but among those ones, I'll be telling you the one I recommend and how to do it. I'll be making that will be the next video. The second video in this series of this lesson will be how to get domain name and hosting, so that by the time we start the practice, you can practice along with me. Now, talking about practice, there are different ways that people build website. There are people who code in some years back, before the advent of what we call WordPress. Most people that create a website have to sit down, write series of lines of code in HTML language, that is hypertext markup language. But nowadays, that one, like I promised you earlier, you will not be writing a line of code. We will be using what we call WordPress. So please prepare yourself. For the cost of this training, depending on you will need at least, let's say, 2,000 naira or 7,000 to get your domain hosting and the domain name and hosting. Depends on you, and it depends on what you want to use this particular skill for. Are you just putting up a business, or you want to become a professional? So if whichever way you want to do it, either you just want to test it and see by going with 1 month, or you want to go fully and at least have resources for 1 year. Within that 1 year, you'll be practicing and practicing. You can use one domain that you bought to practice almost everything about web design. You can create different subdomain and test different things. How do you create a blog? How do you create a company website? How do you create an NGO website, maybe a church website, a mosque website, and the rest? I doubt if I've ever seen anything like mosque website online, but maybe NGO, churches, anything, or maybe just a portfolio for yourself, just to advertise what you do online. You just want to create a website to show people that you are a web designer and you want them to be coming there. So all of these will be are the things that we are going to be mentioning. So please make sure you prepare yourself before we go to the next video. Make sure you have your money in your bank account to purchase hosting and domain, so that you can follow through, you can practice. Actually, it is possible to design a website offline, but it is basically not advisable. Sometimes you end up doing like a double work. But anyway, let me not rule it out. If I get more comments under this video saying that I should make video on how to use WordPress offline on your computer. You build your website on your computer, only you can see it, and then when you are ready, when you have money now to build the website, you now be able to, you just transfer it. So if you want me to do a video on that, I will do it, but that depends on the responses I get. If I get many comments, at least let's say 100 comments talking about asking me to do this, I will put in that pin, because it's not easy to make all these videos. So but if I get so many comments, I will do that. So I think that is where I'm going to wrap up this particular video for now. So see you in the second video, which is how to get your domain name and hosting. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more videos as they drop. Thank you. Bye.